Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. So, in the last video we were kind of hopscotching around, drilling down in to just kind of some level ups on this Ember frame that I picked up. And in the lower levels I wasn't that impressed, but I got enough points that I was able to add a little speed boost, which isn't really necessary, but I like a little faster movement speed. But once I got even more points in, kind of the cycle that I was using was popping the shield because it takes a while to charge up and it's really useful. Then I was proccing flame damage with the 3, and then it looked like the 4 ability on this comes up pretty regularly, and it can really drop just a boatload of damage on a pretty large AoE. So if you've got a big pile of enemies, you've got the 4 up on Ember, it can really clear a room. So I ended up kind of changing my opinion in this frame, just took a little practice in playing with it. So yeah, that's a lot more fun than I initially thought, but I did get Ember here up to max rank. And at the very end of the last video, we started crafting some new mats. So I'm assuming these are going to be done by now. Yep, we've got these Vapor Spectres. We've got a Banshee chassis, Banshee Neuroptics, Banshee Systems, the Chroma chassis. This Dread, which finally gives me another new weapon to throw in, as well as the Venka. Now, the Dread I got as a blueprint from a drop doing something. I don't remember exactly what I was doing, but that's where I got that one. And the Venka, I'm pretty sure I got from the dojo. So, first things first, Banshee. Let's go make sure we can buy this, get another one crafting. I have got so many new frames to roll through. Whoops. I have to do it this way. Banshee, Banshee. Where are you, Banshee? Purchase. Oh, do I already have it purchased? I must already have it purchased, and I just need to build it now. Because I don't think that they make you buy any with platinum. Maybe I'm mistaken about that. So let me just scroll back into the foundry and see if it says that I can actually now craft Banshee. Yes, there it is. Perfect. So I had already bought it. We'll just get that one crafting in the background. Okay. So I haven't played a ton with Ember, obviously. Well, I've played enough to get it ranked up. It's just been 2 or 3 videos now, so this is one we will be coming back to. But I thought, since I have so many new frames to go through, why don't I just pick another one, and we'll do another kind of first impression. We'll pop into some Sanctuary Onslaught to try to get some level ups real quick. And we've got some new gear. So the question is, who do I want to use? I've got Loki, I've got Mag, I've got Nova, I've got Valkyr. What is Nova about? Oh, yeah. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to scroll through these to see what they do. I think I actually have to pick them anyway, and then I scroll around. Oh, yeah, the hook. Yeah, this one sounds interesting. Could be pretty fun for, kind of mobility purposes. Though I'm not sure. Maybe I'm overthinking it. It seems like the mobility is enough. I'm not sure. I guess pulling enemies to you might be useful. But you know what? I think I am going to go with Loki. I think that's the next one I'm going to pull out. So let's just look at... Actually, I want to see what their passive is as well. I really wish they showed it to you at the foundry. So I'm just going to scroll over. We're going to look at Loki's kit. Then I'm going to go back and do a little color customization on Loki. Okay. Able to hang from walls 10 times longer. I guess that could be useful. Deploy a holographic copy. Okay, yeah. Camouflage becoming invisible, so that's ability 2. That's definitely going to be useful. Instantaneously swap positions with the target. Oh, that's kind of like one of those Grineer enemies was able to do to me. They kind of stole a piece of the Loki kit. And then set forth a wave of energy, disrupting the projectile weapons of enemies in range. And making them go to melee. So it's kind of an interesting sounding kit. I'm thinking obviously the invisibility is going to be among the most useful and strongest pieces of the kit. But yeah, and they've got a decently quick sprint speed. But we can see that they don't have super high armor, energy, health, shield. So they're focused on espionage, kind of seems like their shtick, and not survivability. So this one could feel a little bit squishy. Maybe in lieu of Sanctuary Onslaught, I could go somewhere else just to get a few levels on first, and then we can come back to the Onslaught. But first things first, I'm going to do a quick customization, and then we will cut, and then we'll start setting up the loadout we want to use for him. All right, guys, so I did my quick little color customization there. Kind of got a white and gold theme with a very dark blue on the accent trim pieces there, and that same dark blue to match the energy. I like that look. Looks pretty cool. So now let's just back out of that. Let's jump into their first set of upgrades here. All right, what do we have? Gosh, why do I always forget the name of the one that I like to put in there? Is it Steel Charge? Yes, it is. So they're going to be a little squishy, so I definitely want to start with a little bit of some shield capacity. Definitely I'm going to need that for them. Luckily, that won't take too many points. Let's see, steel fiber will also be useful. What else? Do I have anything that fits that I immediately want to get on there? No. No, I don't. That's okay. So we're going to start with some extra shield. Let's get steel fiber on. That will eat up the rest of my points, which is fine, but that's going to give them some more shield and some more armor. I'm just trying to give them the greatest kick start to survivability here possible. So that's where we're going to start. Steel Charge, Steel Fiber, Redirection. I'll keep Exceltra because I don't think I have any other new primary. Oh, nope, we've got Dread. So let's pop on Dread. Oh, yeah, plus we also have this Penta I haven't touched yet. Though it's been a while since I've used a bow, so let's just pick the bow. Do I have anything on the secondary here? I do not. So I guess I'll keep the Seer for the time being. Broken War, do I have anything with which to replace that? That's where Venka will come into play. Okay, so I'm going to take just a second. We're going to set the mods first, and then I'll take a minute, and I'll get those to color match this color scheme I have going on Loki. So first things first, the Dread Bow. We need to get... What is the... It's going to be Serration. Nope, that's rifles. Does that actually apply to bows as well? Let's just find out. Let's put it on and see what it does. It does appear to also apply. So even though it says rifle, it looks like that's going to be the key here. Projectile speed, don't really need that. Crit is always nice. Don't know where I'm going to be starting, but I guess I could just see if I have a decent generic. Infested. We could do just anything that would add some kind of damage modification here. Chance to explode. Use with caution. You know, that sounds interesting, so let's pop that on. Chance to explode, and that just leaves 1 point. I don't know whether or not I'm going to like that or not, but that's where we're going to start on the Dread. Seer stays the same. Venka, okay. Let's take a peek here. So this is... Do I have a stance for this? Let's find out. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I have one for claws yet. But maybe with any luck, one will drop. So we're definitely going to kick on a pressure point. That will at least boost our base damage output. I mean, that's honestly not horrible, all things considered, considering I don't have a stance mod. At least I don't think I do. Jagged Edge, no. None of these. Nope. I know what all that is, so that's a no. None of that. That's a set. I don't think that applies. I think that's something else entirely. Yep, stance mods, right. And I'm pretty sure it does say stance on it, and none of the rest of these are stances. So I guess I just have to get one to drop. That's fine, but we at least have a starting point here. So I'm going to do another cut. I'm going to quickly just color coordinate these weapons for rolling with Loki. And then we will jump in to starting to work on getting some level ups here. Okay, so we've got our gear color coordinated here. Not that that's important, but that's what we did. So we start off with the decoy, then it goes invis, then that's the teleport switch, then that's the force them to use melee. And I can hang on the walls a bit longer. Okay? So, yeah, I mean, instead of jumping straight into Sanctuary Onslaught with a squishier character, I'm just going to jump into... Let's go... You know, Sedna may not be bad. Is it Hydron? I think Hydron is where I was doing before, and then Helene on Saturn always has a lot of people. So why don't I jump to Helene? We'll do a little rank up here, and then we'll get an idea of how they play. And then we'll do a round of Sanctuary Onslaught to bump a few more levels there.
The enemy is at our doorstep. We must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
The Grenier deteriorate over time. Is that what makes them violent? Let's go!
Yeah, definitely going to need to get a stance mod on that. Was it? Was it a close one? They move swiftly enough. from the base speed. Not mad about that. Alright, there's our invis. Now's where I expect this is going to start getting pretty fun. We'll see how long it lasts. Okay, so it's kind of a quick on and off. But it is useful. I mean, they definitely don't see you at all to do any damage to you. I'm guessing there's some way to boost it to maybe where it sustains a little longer as you're doing your thing. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's always just a real quick 5-second on and off and you just have to keep toggling it in on. No idea. There's obviously a little delay in between the animation and it actually popping again, so you will become visible again, obviously. It is what it is, but it does seem useful. Right, this is the one that makes them swap places with me now. I believe that was the third.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can...
I'll just keep rolling with as long as they want to play. Host migration, the other guy quit. Yep, no problem.
You will be rewarded.
This switches it up to, yeah, it definitely goes quicker on Syndicate, no question about it. But, you know, this is a safer place if there's people that are wanting to do the Syndicate seriously, bringing in a completely unranked frame, you know, that you haven't used. Bit bigger gamble there. It's eerily quiet.
Our position has been compromised.
There we go.
Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
The Grineer have no honor.
Watch yourself. Grineer
Yeah,
are
so
on the
that's a
way.
pretty cool ability, actually. No, what's hitting me? What could it be? I might be in here solo now. The other guys may have left, which is fine. Does that take care of it? Are we done now?
Extraction is ready.
Yeah, we'll extract.
Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
couple low-tier misos. Nothing wrong with that.
Inbound.
Sharpened claws. Covet. Okay, 10, 11, and 13. That's not a bad starting point to attempt some rank ups in a Sanctuary Onslaught. I would like to get their 4th ability unlocked as well. But let's just jump on and see. Yep, we already used up the points there, so we're not going to be able to do anything on Loki, but Dread, we should have a couple. What would be useful on here? I don't really have anything for 3. Not really. Yeah, nothing really I can do with there just yet. Seer has what Seer has. What about the Venka? Attack speed would be nice to have on this, but I'm going to wait until I can speed it up. How about melee process status? I have no statuses to apply. Not sure I want to be taunting anything. That could potentially be useful, but again, I don't have any means of doing anything with it just yet. I don't really have anything heavy either.
They require maintenance after all.
I guess I'll just leave this as is as well for now, and that's fine. We're just going to roll in. I'm going to try a Sanctuary Onslaught. I don't expect it to go particularly well, at least for me. But, you know, I'm just going to jump in and see what happens, and hopefully it isn't horrible for my teammates that are in there. We just need to get some levels on this guy real quick. But my first impression is he's pretty fun. I could see this kit being useful for specific types of things. I tend to prefer having a frame that's maybe just a bit tankier than this. He does feel squishy, but that's all right. It is what it is. One of these guys has an ability that just seems to melt through crowds. That's for guns, so that's actually not going to be a particularly useful ability against infested since they don't use guns. So we'll save for... at least in the here and now.
fought with honor. For the Tenno.
Any second now, that conduit's going to open. Yep.
A new data conduit. Our experiment moves to a new zone.
So actually forcing them to use melee only is pretty funny. Seems like the type of thing you would want to use like on the bigger the crowd you possibly can. This is where the squish factor is making me feel particularly vulnerable here. I don't have much that's super useful against a group like that. You know, his additional hang time isn't bad. I had it pop up in a small spot back there.
Enter the conduit now.
Okay, Semerus. I'll heed your command. Yeah, here we go again. Another one that's not going to have guns. So his 4 won't be particularly useful. But the Invis is still useful. So yeah, this is an interesting kit. I feel like it's probably one that takes a bit more practice to get really, really good with. Knowing exactly what to use and when and why. Just because what it brings to the table isn't as overtly powerful as, say, something like, I don't know, Zephyr, that can throw these tornadoes all over the place. Just as an example. So this is probably a kit that just takes a bit more time in the saddle, but it is fun. I gotta say, it is fun. The invisibility in particular is quite fun. I can't conceive how enough things were taken down to even warrant traveling to the next area.
Do you think me a sadist? That I enjoy this suffering? Irrelevant. Focus on your task. This experiment will fail if your efficiency drops further.
Oh, it's going to fail. I mean, there's no question about it. I'm in here solo with a very underpowered frame. And weapons. There we go.
You generated
That's totally
some
fine.
usable data, but I need more. Return when you are ready to subject these data immortals to a...
Okay, halfway there on Loki, and pretty good progress on both the weapons. So I'm going to pop back in one more time just to throw on any other useful upgrades that we can on the mod side of things. And then we'll see where we're headed next. But yeah, interesting kit. This is clearly a frame that's going to take a bit more practice and a bit more time to master compared to some of the other ones. That's quite clear. Let's see on this. You know, equilibrium is just so strong across the board. It's very tempting. You know, let's just do equilibrium, and then I could also get this auger on. Streamline, also another one that would be nice to have. And then some of my other favorite bases, fast deflection. Definitely going to be a really useful one on this more squishy frame. You know, that's what I'm calling it. Maybe others wouldn't consider it to be so, but that's my takeaway. Steel fiber would be... nope, we already got that on. So vitality might also help. I know that's kind of one that a lot of people, hey, don't worry about that, don't worry about that. But on this one in particular, it does feel, yeah, you know, just a bit more squishy. Just anything that could help its survivability. But it's a fun frame. I do like how it feels to play. I'll leave it at that. More time in the saddle. Okay. Now we can actually get some more going on with this bow. Let's see. We don't really need any of those. Nope. I could put on like an infested, just to add a little status effect damage that could pop on. Vital Sense also is never really a bad one. But I think I am going to start with just a Toxin. I've got a rank 10, so let's just pop that on. That ought to boost damage, yeah, plus 516 up to 1200 per shot. So that's not bad. And then let's check out the Venka. Could really use something on this. I would very much like to speed up its attack speed. Very, right? It's not particularly slow, if I'm honest. Maybe we could pop on with this. How about cold? How about I just pop on a cold? For the time being, that will give us at least a status effect. Yeah, that does make a pretty big immediate difference there. 2 points left. Do I have anything useful here? Probably not for just 2 points. I could throw a heavy trauma. Sundering. You know what? Sundering Strike might not be a bad one. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, that actually does add a fair chunk, even at just a plus 15%. So we'll leave it there. We're still chasing a... I guess they would consider this a claws or maybe like a fisted melee. No, because I had one that I was able to put on that fist. The last kind of in-hand melee weapon I was using. So the claws must be their own separate class of weapons. So I just don't have a mod for it. It is what it is. But that gives us a little bit better kind of damage output potential here.
You may also never form a consonant again, but at least you will not be dead.
Thank you, Orders. I appreciate that. So yeah, my first impression of this one, it's fun. Definitely feels like it's just going to take more practice. I need to get it ranked up, probably paired with some different weapons. But you know, it's some of the first new ones I've had in a while. I do want to get these ranked up. You know, we're still going after our mastery rank move ups. So next thing I want to do, I want to take a peek and just see what the event is this week. Because there's basically always an event going on, right? Yep. Ghoul Purge in the Plains of Eidolon. That's still got 18 days. What's this? Razorback Armada. I'm not sure that bringing in this frame to something that looks that crazy would be the best idea. But you know, don't really know unless you try. Why don't I just jump? You must have a Razorback Cipher in your gear wheel. Well, where does one get a Razorback Cipher? Maybe that's purchasable through the market? Let's just do search. We'll click in left, and then we'll say Razor. We'll see if that pops up anything. Enter. No. So that means I have absolutely no earthly clue where in the world I would get that cipher. So it is what it is. That's fine. Next thing I wanted to look at is there's a thing here telling me to examine the reliquary on the Railjack, and I was thinking the Railjack, like most other equipment, probably has to be able to be ranked up. So since I have never done a Railjack mission, and that's like the end of trying to get rid of that Kuvalich, it might be a smart idea to do something with the Railjack just to try to get any of its weapon systems or however it functions. It's a big gunship, it looks like. So I'm assuming that's right. I guess we'll head back over to the Chronia Relay. And then I have to figure out how to... Oh, wait. I think there's actually something in the orbiter up front that brings up the Railjack section. Because I noticed it for the first time, I'm pretty sure, examining consoles.
A weapon. Your home. Your weapon. Aboard this vessel, we work before we play. All systems integrated. Reactor still offline. This ship needs power. I search for what is missing. The harder I look, the less I see. Tenno, be my eyes.
Okay, Sai. That's right. Yep. And then through the other door. You'd think I would have remembered that, how many times we did this during the Railjack quest mission. It's telling me to go over here. Let's just run over here and we'll see what we see. Board the Railjack. Okay. Now what? A lot of people on here.
Where the negative resides, my mind is dissonance. All I know is Lua. Will you go? Nav,
sure.
For coordinates. I urge Lua.
I have no idea how well or poorly this is going to go, but that's what we're doing.
I behold nothingness. You are in the right place.
swing and a miss on both of them. All right. Well, the good news is that the weapons definitely appear to be hitting a bit harder now. So that's a good thing. Focus on the positives. Yeah, Loki's already pretty quick, as it were. Hopefully this is something that's doable. Avoid key. Interesting. I don't know what that's about.
Absence. I felt it tremble. A desire to be filled, to be known. You hold a key. Return to the orbiter. I believe you have found my answer.
Return to my orbiter? I guess I'll go this way in lieu of just trying to teleport out. I don't know if it actually matters or not, but since this is the middle of a mission, I guess I'll, you know what, let's just do this and then we can run past all these goobers. Loki being all sneaky sneaky. Oh, I walked through the bubble, so it undid my invis. I should have known.
To resolution, I can feel it.
Can you, though? Alright. Well, we have a key. I don't know what it goes to, but, you know, we did what Sai told us to do. I'm just along for the ride. He's in the driver's seat.
Take what you have found to that which I cannot find. The negative will be proven. My end shall be at an end. Begin our beginning.
Very cryptic, Sai. Okay, I guess that's the key we just picked up. My operator's sitting on top.
An infinite zero. Impossible. Perception failure. Recalibrating. All systems clear. Reactor online. Whatever you did, we are space-worthy. Proceed to navigation. You have earned this. Railjack online.
Okay,
Let's
sweet.
figure out.
Let's indeed. Question is how I do this. How do I operate the Railjack? Where do I go to actually operate this thing? I don't know. Ah, navigation. Welcome to the Proxima regions. Railjack missions, space and foot combat. Interesting. Okay, what is this? Free flight? Is that the practice area they were telling me? That's a skirmish. So yeah, let's go here first. We'll test this out, get the lay of the land. All right, something completely different and new to do.
You are now equipped with an Omni. The Omni is a combination tool. Use it to extinguish fires, seal hull breaches, and for a fast recall to the Railjack.
Okay. Does give us quite a different and interesting view. It's quite a bit different than anything else in the game. I guess there's somebody that's operating the vessel. Let's see what's back through and down through all these areas. I would like to familiarize myself with it a little bit. I don't want to leave these guys alone, but I don't think I'm... Okay, there's a forge? Forge? I don't know what that's about. I don't want to hit that in case that is something that's needed elsewhere, but at least I know there's a thing there. There's the exit. What's through here? What's that? That's another exit. Okay, no problem. Alright, so there's some interesting stuff downstairs. What's with the weird pod? That's just the drive.
Tenno deployed.
Forward artillery? What is that? Interesting. Okay, so we can blast stuff out of the way with this. Course, not being able to control where it's looking seems to be part of the trick, so it's definitely like a team effort here. Rank 1 tactical required. Okay. So this appears to go on a pretty long cooldown. Or I guess maybe it's out of forward artillery fire. Mission complete? Okay, if you say so. You know, it all looks like we're Railjack noobs trying to figure this out together. See, this at least looks pretty interesting. I'm not sure what this is going to mean for actually
Mission
doing
complete.
these missions.
Excellent work, Tenno.
So I guess I'll pop in one and we'll
Mission aboard.
see what happens. Yeah, okay. So that seems to be how it works. So Sover Strait. I guess I'll try this and we'll see what happens. I have no clue how well or how poorly this is about to go, but we're going to find out, guys. This beat up Railjack. I guess I could have customized it. Maybe, I'm assuming they let you customize the look and paint and all that. So the real question is, what do we do once we get here?
This is a raid. Eliminating priority targets and defensive units will negatively impact enemy cohesion. Multiple bogies. Man the guns.
Okay. But we have no means of, oh, no, somebody's piloting. Okay, I guess that's good news. I don't presume that it auto-pilots. I presume you have to have somebody that spins it around to target your targets. Hey, and now we have a mod.
Gate crasher. We're near cruise ship.
This is pretty interesting. I'll give it that. I don't have anything in view from where I am right now. Okay, nice work, team. Yeah, this is pretty interesting.
Out of airlock.
Are we supposed to be jumping out of the
Enemy have called
Railjack
in a
right now?
cruise ship. Situation evolving. We have one less cruise ship to be concerned with. Direct
Nice.
attention to remaining targets.
Nice work, Tenno. Nice work. Oh, this is fun. I like this. I like this. This is totally different than anything else in this game. And I'm sure there's people that probably hate it for that reason. This doesn't really fulfill the Space Ninja fantasy, but it's something completely different and new and interesting to do. And I like it. I don't know exactly what I was expecting from these missions, but it wasn't this. Looks like we've got a pretty solid pilot.
Contact imminent.
Whoever is actually controlling the aim for us to target stuff is doing a pretty solid job.
Cruise ship down. That clears up some space.
That does clear up some space.
Fighters neutralized. The enemy is no longer a viable threat. Your tactics were sound. Resolving mission
Awesome.
brief. Nav ready for new heading.
Skirmish complete. Okay. What, do we just keep going? That doesn't end the mission, does it? Looks like it might. Not entirely certain what's happening, but that's okay. I'm going to stick on the gun.
Tenno deployed.
Starting dry dock. Okay. So now are we hopping out of the Railjack?
job
Oh,
well executed.
okay. Nice. Well, definitely get a lot of stuff that you don't see anywhere else. Carbides I've seen, cubic diodes, ferrite of course, but everything else is all new. Ordnance damage, boost speed, maximum ordnance munitions, cruising speed, turret damage. Yeah, that's some pretty nice mods. Okay, mission complete. So, yeah, we already looked at everything. We'll take our ranks. I'll say exit, and then I guess I can exit the Railjack from down bottom, right? That's probably how you get out of saying, hey, I want to keep doing Railjack missions with you. I'm assuming. Oh, wait. The refugees. That's my dojo. Can this be accessed from the dojo? I'm guessing that's a yes, but I'm obviously talking myself through what I'm seeing here. Where was the exit? I know I saw an exit to this thing somewhere around here. Exit.
Tenno, disembarking.
Okay, yeah, so this does look... Maybe you don't have to get to it from Cronia. Maybe I can get to this straight from the dojo. But any way you slice it, that was rather fun. That was enjoyable. I have been recording now for quite a while. I know to me, because it's been a few days since I've been able to jump on, seems pretty quick, but well over an hour and a half, so I'm going to have some cuts in this. But yeah, guys, making some progress. A lot of new fun things to go after. I'm not really sure the main direction I'm going. I'm going to still be grinding for those Requiem relics in the back to try to get some of those Parazon, things unlocked that I need to try to do the Kuvalich. But again, I'm sticking to my most recent premise that I think it's going to be a rather long, involved process, so there's no need to fret about it. Over time, I'll eventually get there, but I do have to put in the work. But yeah, nice to have some new gear, another new frame. I like it. I have plenty to go, plenty more frames in the works. So, yeah, there's a lot of directions I can be going after, and there's still some other frame parts I haven't gone after either, because I still have to finish the Equinox farm, and then there's one or two others on the main kind of world map that I have yet to go after. So I still have some other things to chase, and I know I have to put in a lot of time at the various towns, Fortuna and Cetus. I need to get the fishing rod. I need to start doing whatever's required to get those gems. There's a lot of things I've yet to touch in this game. I need to go back to Cetus and talk to the Quills guy again. I have so many different directions I need to be going. It's sometimes a little bit overwhelming, but, one step at a time, and just pick one thing and go after that. That's kind of my takeaway here, and that's going to be my target and my process. So yeah, guys, another fun day. It's always fun to try out a new frame. Finally got to try out a Railjack mission. I really liked it. I'm guessing it's probably not for everybody, but I really liked playing it. I thought it was quite fun. But that is going to do it for today, guys. When we jump in the next time, I'm going to do some background work, put in some more time, work on getting Loki fully ranked up, see if we can get these new weapons ranked up again, and then we're going to move into another new direction. But as always, guys, I do appreciate you checking in, and we will catch you on the next one.